Alrighty guys, Azdi here. Today we are coming at you guys with a Dragon Ball Legends video, and this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a discussion video, and today we're going to go ahead and be talking about the ZENKAI USTR, or the ZENKAI Ultra Space Time Rush, and specifically we're going to be talking about this blue man right here at the top. Is the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, who is now technically a free-to-play player. So let me go ahead and explain why he's free-to-play and why you guys need to grind this man out, because he is probably considered one of the best, if not the best, free-to-play units in the game
right now.
Right, so here we are on DBZ space right here. And we're going to go ahead and be looking over these Go For It intermediate missions just real quick. Just bear with me here. This might be a little bit boring to you guys, but these are the missions that we got from like the update like in November, I believe it was. And so with this, we got a ton of Z power. I think we got like 3k Z power for all these units. Like we got it for the Super Saiyan Goku. We got it for the Scouter Vegeta. We got it for the Super Saiyan, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, the green one. And then right here, you can see, or let me actually find it real quick before I go ahead and try to let you guys see anything. Okay, so right here, so it says equip a character with equipment 1, and if you look right here, we're gonna go ahead and zoom in on this. That is 3k Z power just for this mission right here. 3k Z power for Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So 3k Z power equates to 7 stars. So that 3k Z power right there is going to give you a guaranteed 7-star unit. So that blue Goku is technically, he's free to play. Technically, all these units, all these Z powers right here are free to play. If you go down this list and add up all the Z power for this Broly right here, for example, it's going to add up to 3k. That's a 7-star unit. They wanted to give you some sort of incentive for Zenkaiing these units, right? But I didn't fall for it.
Try me.
Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say they were scamming people, but I'm saying that I was a little skeptical about this. And if you guys do know, I actually do play a little bit of Dokkan here and there. And for me personally, I was in my head. I'm not saying that I called this or anything, that I predicted this, but I was just like,
hey, maybe in the future they'll give these Zenkais for free.
Because they technically already give the LF Zenkais out for free. So I figured the older the Zenkai, the more likely it is going to be able to get for free. And so now we're gonna go ahead and hop back into Legends, and my wish has come true. Okay, so now we go into the shop, and of course, so as you guys do know, with the update, we have the Zenkai of the Awakening Z power for all of these units right now. So you have the Zenkai power for Beerus, you have the Z power for Goku Black, Majin Buu Good, the Super Saiyan Goku, the Super Saiyan Blue Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan Green Broly, and the Scouter Vegeta. You guys do not see the Super Saiyan Blue Goku on here because I already purchased all of the Z power for him. The only thing with this is that although he is so now the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, right? He is a free-to-play 7-star unit, and he's a free-to-play Zenkai 7 unit as well. So that, I feel like that is absolutely insane, but there always has to be some give and take to it, right? There's a little bit of pros and cons to this, is that yes, I think this is huge for us, especially because I feel like this is awesome, right? This is an awesome change. Free-to-play players are extremely happy with this change, I could assume at least. But on the other end of the spectrum, let me know if you guys have personally purchased any of these Zenkai units right here. Have you actually used 7k CC on any of these units? Because if so,
you might be entitled to financial compensation.
You guys are probably not too happy about this, right? You guys probably want to be compensated. You guys probably want your CC back. Do I think they'll give you your CC back? I'm not too sure. I honestly want to lean more towards no, which is very unfortunate, but that's just how they rock, right? It's not me saying like,
I'm not gonna give you your 7k CC back, boys. You guys done f***ed up.
All right, I'm not saying that. It's not your fault. But it just sometimes it really do be like that. It does suck, I'm not gonna lie, especially for those players. But so that's where it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Because you're going to have your demographic of players that are just like, dude, I paid for that. Why are they getting it for free? And then you're gonna have the people that didn't pay for it. They're like, let's go, that's free. And the people are going to be extremely happy about that overall, right? But ultimately, you have to admit that this is a good change. This is going to give free-to-play players a fighting edge. Although it's going, like I said, it's going to be, it's going to take a long time to get your units to Zenkai 7 because they're not letting you do it in terms of 2 levels. They're doing it, and you can see right here with the LF Zenkais, you can do it 20 times, meaning you can get 2,000 Z power Awakening Z power. So you can get the, so if I had 20 of these coins up here, then I would be able to get to Zenkai level 2 with these LF units. But right here you can see I can only exchange 15 times for the standard sparking units, right? So it's going to take a little bit, but that's okay with me. I'm gonna get there in the end, right? It doesn't matter how long it takes for you guys to finish your race, as long as you finish the race. That's all that matters. And so we can go ahead and I want to show you guys my Goku real quick. So here is my Goku. I got a lot of Z power from the go for intermediate missions like I had just showed before. So I do have him at red star 5, right? He's not too far off from 14 stars. He's currently at 12 stars, and he's at Zenkai level 1. So you can see right here, I do have the 1500 Z power in him. I have 1600 Z power actually, because I did some singles on his Zenkai banner. And so honestly, I feel like they've already did a good step right in terms of that, right? They added the single summons to the Zenkai, or to the Z power, to the Zenkai awakening power, right? And I honestly was purchasing those for a little bit here, because I was just like, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Like, you could possibly get a 1500 roll. I've never gotten a 1500 roll on a daily discount Zenkai power, but you know, it is possible, right? It is possible. Actually, I don't even know if it's possible. I assume that it's possible. Let me know if you guys have ever hit that 1500 on the daily single, or if it's just not possible at all. But that being said, we are basically slowly but surely going to let this man up to Zenkai level 7 for absolutely free. And so I definitely would consider this guy like one of the best free-to-play units in the game as of right now, right? They've been very generous with giving us free Zenkai units, so I feel like this is amazing for us. Like, this is a massive W. That being said, let's go ahead and go back into the event, because there's some stuff I do want to talk about. Alright, so now in regards to the event, so yes, this is a huge dub for free-to-play players everywhere, but keep in mind that for me personally, I am a day 1 player. So I'm going to have a lot of units, all right, over time, right? I have a lot of units, like maybe not the LF units and stuff like that, but I have like a pretty, like, I have a decent box. Like, I have a really, honestly, I would go as far as to say it's above decent, especially for a free-to-play player. I have gotten lucky with like the majority of sparkings. I do have 2 Zenkai LF units, so I would say for the most part that I'm doing pretty good for myself. And so this event wasn't too difficult for me to do. But this is significantly more tedious, more grindy than the last Ultra Space Time Rush, than the last USTR. And because of that aspect, because it is more grindy, because it can be more tedious, I feel like this is going to hurt a lot of newer free-to-play players, or a lot of newer players just in general, right? You're not going to have a ton of access to just a ton of teams, right? Especially because these are even with my kind of box, with the units that I have, a lot of these fights I had to bring in 2 teams, sometimes even 3 teams, even with exploiting the AI with the float step and everything, right? And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there that might not have the means to get this event done, which is going to take even longer to go ahead and Zenkai those free-to-play units that I was just talking about. So that's the only issue that I do have in this, just on top of the fact that, so I want to go ahead and say, for the record, the rewards are amazing. Do not change the rewards. Or I want the CC back. I definitely do want the CC back. I'm not gonna cap, right? I do want that CC back. Toshi, you better give me my CC, man. I needed that 500 CC. I needed that. I lived off of it, all right? But other than that small aspect, not a small aspect, Toshi. But other than that, I definitely do feel like the layout of this game, like the way that it's, the template, the format of it, I definitely do think that they could use some changes on it. Like, I feel like, because I feel like some people might just be able to do Rush 1, and then they won't be able to do Rush 2 or Rush 3. Or they might be able to get to Rush 3, but not complete it, right? And so I feel like they could definitely go for a more a friendly approach to this kind of like game mode, because it's kind of reminds me of the challenge rush a little bit in a way, right? But a lot more grindy, because you go to all these, there's 3 fights in this one, which are not exactly just a piece of cake, right? Like, these guys are all 5,000 or level 5,000 units, fully soul boosted, and then you go to Rush 2, and you have 5 fights, and then you go into Rush 3, and then you have, well, you also have 5 fights again there, but it's still a little bit of a grind. It's a little bit tedious, right? I definitely do want to know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys would change this, how you guys would make it better. Would you just go back to the old format? Because honestly, I feel like the old format was pretty chill. Like, when I would do my USTRs, I would just put on YouTube, I'd put on a show, I'd watch some anime, I would do something, man, and then I would just have the auto on. For these, you can't really just chill out and put on auto, because you'll get farmed. So don't try it, man, because I've tried it and I got farmed, man. It was not a good time for me to just try to let the AIs duke it out, hand-to-hand combat. They couldn't do it. My AI couldn't survive. So that being said, definitely let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit more on the short side, but I think this is definitely worth talking about. That Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Goku is someone that you should definitely invest in. I do think he is the best unit in the shop, excluding the LF units. Excluding the LF units. Do not take this out of context, man. Dude, I don't want to see the comments roasting me saying, you did not mention LF Gohan being the best. Because, well, he's technically, these guys aren't really free to play, right? It's pretty much the only ones that are true free to play on here is the Super Saiyan Goku, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, the Scouter Vegeta, and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Out of those guys, obviously the Super Saiyan Blue Goku is going to be your best bet. He's going to fit on a lot of teams. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this guy. I can't wait to get my guy to Zenkai 7. I'm going to do a showcase with him at Zenkai level 1 because that's how happy I am with this change and that I'm able to go ahead and do this with no CC spent at all. So, that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, I would greatly appreciate you guys leaving a comment, a like, or maybe even considering that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!